Hello and welcome back.
Sorting out the sleeve. That was a classic. Hello.
Whoa now.
I didn't see that.
Oh, welcome back to episode 2 of our rock and roll adventures.
Well, that's 4. 2. I'm on fire tonight.
Just trying to keep up with the 4s from last time.
Yeah, oh god, no. I've rolled high on my test, so hopefully I'll get better than 4.
Oh, okay, well, I think we'll probably start with a recap then. And then we'll see where you guys are up to right now. So, let's jump straight back into things, shall we?
Let's do it.
Alright, so after landing in Corsair Port, 2 of you ventured onto a scene where you met a few interesting folk and some kind of fair that was going down. Turned out to be a showcase. A very explosive showcase which resulted in a lot of havoc and a crying child, courtesy of Kat.
I mean, you have to point out the trauma when things are happening.
The assassination on Lord Gerford Gizmotink was not successful. However, havoc had been induced upon the scene. And jumping straight into action, a few of you managed to blow the leg off one of the challengers and decapitate them, claiming, or hoping to claim, 50 gold in the future. Some of you did not pounce on this scenario. Yet. Through promises of various things, from money to showing around the city, you guys stuck together and ended up in the pesky Sectarian, a little fisherman's inn, and you are currently taking refuge there, having rest for the night. So, with that all caught up, I think what I'll do is I'll ask everyone but Crom to leave.
What?
Oh well.
Really?
As you settle down for the night and look over to the glowing red eyes in the corner of your new Samani friend, sobbing a little, you struggle to sleep. You manage to do it, but during that process, it was a long haul. There's a lot of thinking back of the day that just passed. Not too much of it was bad, but one moment in particular resonates with you quite heavily. You have this flashback. You see that decision that you made to take the shot, that blow to the leg as it severs and splits, the muscle tearing, blood splattering on the floor, and the person starting to stumble and crawl away. You replay this moment over and over again in your sleep. A vivid nightmare. You have flashbacks to other moments like this, and it starts to really resonate with you. I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
That is, I believe, 13.
13. Okay. Time keeps passing by. The moment keeps replaying in your head. You're trying to escape out of this, wishing that this would end, but it just goes on loop. You know, you gain the awareness over time that you might be able to control this. This is not so much a dream, but a nightmare after all. Eventually you manage to settle that peace, make peace with that only fact that you can hold on to. And you manage to ride out the rest of this nightmare. You do manage to get a full night's sleep, though uncomfortable it was. Only a couple of hours were really affected. You sort of take a deep breath in the morning, look around, no one's in the room. Everyone else must have already made their way downstairs. Not that you know any of these people other than Daira. But you start to gather your composure and make your way downstairs, where you see people sat at the table, just getting a bit of breakfast. Okay. Can we get everyone else back in?
Fetch them all.
Assemble!
Oh, hi.
Oh, hey.
Thank you. Hey guys, what's going on? What are the chances? I never thought you guys would be here. You're more than welcome, sir.
You back?
So now we just don't trust John, right?
So, I wasn't expecting to have to kill John's character so early.
So go right.
Roll for
That's
initiative.
basically what we were discussing in the other room. We were like, so, plan. We're all against John now. It's like, this is too sus.
If anything, I had a lion.
Yeah.
A lion?
Yeah, so you
Oh, a lion.
you all assemble at
Before we assemble,
mm,
can I quickly just say, in the morning I'd have done my hour's meditation.
Yep.
I'm going to assume we took a long rest.
yes. Yeah.
During which time I'm focusing on my necklace, and if someone's looking at me, which I imagine Rage would be in the same room, they might see some swirling greeny lucky spirits just going around me and then into the necklace, resulting in that.
I'm going to be completely honest. Rage is not going to see anything. Because I drank way too much last night. All you're going to hear during your meditation is...
Alright, so after waking up, performing your morning rituals and making your way to the to get a little bit of food, you find yourself all gathering around the same table. About an hour later, you watch as Crom surfaces and starts to make his way down the creaking wooden stairs.
Good morning, everyone. For someone who didn't drink that much. You sleep a lot.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a rough night. So,
Slept like a baby. Rough morning though.
Ooh. I know the best hangover cure.
But I'll take anything at this point.
More booze. If you carry it on and just gradually fade
Wave
it out,
over.
it will cure it all. You'll feel great in the morning.
Yeah? What'll it be?
3 ales, please.
Starting early then?
Apparently it's a good hangover cure, so, you know,
The
I'm game.
best. The absolute
I've heard it from some, so. Coming right up.
Give him his money first as he's going.
One for me.
Oh, are you suffering too?
No.
You were amazing. You were telling stories all night. It was magnificent.
Why?
Yes, something about a really big turtle.
Mm.
You were very obsessed with the big turtle. Is that
That was something called a bungalow.
Yeah.
Oh, that is.
Yes.
I don't remember.
No? You're not like completely obsessed with a big turtle? Is that your like goal in life, that you need to find this mystical, magical, huge turtle?
I don't think I was a turtle. Don't know what you're on about.
What about your little grandson? Is he obsessed with a turtle or?
Hold on. 8 will come. Great Clouds 8. She wants to know if you say turtle. Hey, do you like turtles? Doesn't know what you're on about.
Can he talk? Like,
To me.
but only to you?
Yeah.
Oh, he must get so lonely. What if he's angry at you? Where does he go? Like, can he float away and be like, muh, 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 muh? Or does he get any space? Or
I get the picture. If he's angry at me, he's not shy in telling me.
does he just like go to his room inside your chest? Or...
In a manner of speaking.
Does he have a room? Like, do you have a room inside you?
It's more in this thing. It's the necklace.
He lives in there.
Sort of.
So that's how he survives? You best cling on to that necklace in this city.
Comes back with the ale, puts them out, and if you don't mind, can you? I mean, there's a lot of, you know, weird folk around here with thoughts on that. They wouldn't like it. If you don't mind.
Great Cloud. There's plenty of weirdos here. You be careful. Stick with us. You're right.
Yeah.
He's alright. You stay with us. He just wants out.
He can't make
He's
a
gonna-
sound.
Make a persuasion check.
He's gonna, while I'm doing this, fly up to you and make to like high five you.
With advantage.
Okay.
That is one amount.
Persuasion. 13.
13, okay. He struggles for a moment, and as soon as Grey Cloud like hovers on over and just like tries to air five with these big puppy dog eyes that we saw from last week. He's like this hulking figure with like scars across his like arms just seems to just melt and just grimaces for a second and all right, just keep it low, all right?
Does the hand go through? Like, does the hand go
Yeah,
through?
it just goes through. Yeah.
He'll stop just short.
Yeah.
My heart.
I wish that my one inside was as quiet as Grey Cloud, because Christ, constant noise.
He's fun though. At times.
Depends, you know. It's a few situations he's got us in that, you know. Well, sorry, got us into.
And gotten us out of though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Captain seemed to get the message when he was holding him over. You know.
Yeah.
Can you, like, so if you drink too much, could you make the maybe like the other half of you have the hangover? Like, could you just project that back onto him, or get him to go really drunk and have a good time?
I wish. It's kind of shared equally, so if I'm drunk, he's drunk.
Oof.
And if I'm hungover, he's hungover.
Oof.
So,
So you
if
get
you're
the-
both drunk, it's double drunk.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That sounds awful. Especially
Yeah,
with
well,
a current hangover,
It can be
apparently.
quite fun. You've always got someone to talk to.
Yes.
I suppose.
But the double hangover, that must be
Hence why I would take anything at this point.
get that
Sink
on you,
further.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's the plan? Because you two are completely new to town, right?
Quite.
Okay.
I'm just going to flop the probably quite smelly head on the table at this point and say, it's my plan.
Oh, you're getting blood on the nice man's table. Yes. Wipe it off with your sleeve at least, or something.
Don't have sleeves.
What do you have? Your arms then, just wipe it off. This is an establishment.
Wipe off my pants.
Gosh, it's
Well,
like I'm dealing
anyway.
with children here.
That's my point of call, because this thing's starting to stink.
Oof, yes. Well, I'd like to join you if that's okay.
Fine by me?
And you two, do you want me to still be your tour guide, or are you going to go off on your merry way?
Oh, I don't mind tagging along.
Yes, I
Might
mean,
as well collect this bounty.
happy with whatever.
What about you, Doc? You going to go and try and find another show, or...?
Yes. I will see the engineer.
Sweet. Robots in?
Brilliant.
Did you say something about a temple last night?
Yes, I did. I'm surprised you remember. You were... Oh, okay, yes. So, I was talking to Jules, the barman. He was saying that little coin that we found on our good friend over there, overhead, it belongs to is it the locksmith? You know, the god of luck and all of that. And yeah. So, I mean, I think there's a temple, maybe in the same place. I mean, yes, it was in the Circular Quad. Is that where Gizmotink is? No, not the same quad. I am talking out of my ass today. But if we go over there, then we could maybe have a little, get some more information about maybe who our friend is.
You'll be passing through it though.
Passing through.
I might stay outside. I don't think, bringing his head in maybe a good idea if he had the necklace
no,
on.
I'd say keep that away. But it was just a thought. We don't have to. We can go straight there. But I thought maybe you could up your reward if you got more info.
If you were going to travel that direction, you'd definitely hit Gizmotink Industries before the temple.
Okay.
Works quite nicely then.
Oh,
We'll drop off Smelly, and then we'll go.
either that, or you could go hand over your head and be like, well, maybe we could go investigate for you. And then you'd get another job.
You think he'll pay for that as well?
I mean, they have so much money and they don't want to be spending their time looking into this.
Works for me.
Bless you. Thank you.
But don't ask for too little. Go up there because they have the money.
Sounds
Don't
good
ask for
to me.
little.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Magnifique.
Well, do need another job while I'm over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Grab
quite
my other
normal.
beer.
Did you have anything that you were
Okay.
doing before? We were involved in a shooting and everything.
No,
Nothing. You were just here on holiday, or
just visiting.
beautiful. What an interesting place to visit.
Well, it does certainly seem lively.
Oh, yes, liveliness is everywhere.
Right. Finish my beer off. Shall we?
Follow me.
Okay.
Great. Come on.
Just as you're exiting, just look back and you just see a few sort of like burly fishermen in the corner, just like staring daggers straight at you, as though you've cursed the entire place.
If there's anyone that looks a bit nervous, Grey Cloud, being the small boy that he is gonna come up behind him and be like, On his way out.
Yeah, you managed to sort of like pop his head straight up through a table and just
Come on.
Alright, so yeah, exiting out of this old fisherman's inn, you start to make your way through much of Corsair Port. There is a lot to see. It is a big place, and you start to make your way just following the river. You obviously know your way. So with Jade taking the lead, you just follow the stream down, and eventually entering on into the Synod Quad, you can start to see like there's a few very important, very well structured, stone-made, polished as well, buildings around here. Some of which you could definitely consider to be governmental of types. You make your way across one of the bridges. As you look down, and you see like staggered bridges all the way across this vast stream attaching eventually to the open sea. And you make your way into the Gizmotink Industries area, an entire quad owned all to them. Much of it seems very hung upon the latest technologies. You can definitely see a lot of competing shops in this area, very small scale, but nonetheless they have items in, not entirely useless. You start to make your way around and see these extremely large buildings jutting out at peculiar angles, almost castle-like in the in some of the structures. Yet they seem to take on very strange shapes, and you can see that there's many floors between each of these. Something that you probably all haven't seen very often would be, especially in this area, there's less shutters and a lot more actual glass windows in this area. You come on up to this iron-wrought fencing, encompassing a very large area, expanding further than you can see right now across what appears to be a circular walkway that just disappears out of sight. Now, you can see these big buildings ahead of you, these castle-like structures of strange shapes. You can see many a guard on the scene, dressed in this mixture between like a very royal blue with hints of purple. You recognize the effects of these guards and the attire almost immediately from seeing the scene the other day, the people defending Lord Gerford Gizmotink. You're familiar with the area, though you very rarely find yourself in this location.
Just
What are you doing?
looking around. I think this is possibly the fanciest place I've ever been.
Oh, super fancy.
I think I can second that.
You can smelt money.
What about you? Because you look like you're quite finely dressed and nobility. How does this compare?
I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm noble.
You sound it. So you've got that nobility in your voice.
No, I mean, I suppose sometimes you have to change who you really are to suit the situation.
Oh.
And at one point, that may have been the case for me.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that you went through a time where you couldn't be yourself, or maybe you are going through that now, but I hope whatever it is sorted for you.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, this is a very fancy place. I don't really know how you get in there. Not really. I come here occasionally, you know. In Skizmo think you always have to get something from here. But maybe we could talk to the guards, or...
Are any of them the guys that we were drinking with?
No, they were the yeah, they were sort of like the city guard as opposed to private hire.
That'd have been great. Just walk over. Ah.
I'll go over to a guard. Where is Gizmo Tink?
Yeah, I mean it's right there. And just like turns around and just points at the gigantic building. You look like a little closer at it, and it actually says Gizmo Tink Industries on it. It's not massively obvious, but it is a statement.
I think you're being mistaken as to what he's asking. I think he's asking for the actual proprietor.
Yeah, do you have a book? Do you have an appointment?
Well,
I'm
yes.
gonna walk
Sure.
over and go. We did a job for him. I'm just gonna pull out the head.
Ah. Yeah, we have been briefed on this. One moment. You just watch him just like unlock the gates, go on through, and just start strolling down. A couple of minutes pass, and you see this a finely dressed individual, a very long robe. Looks like appears to be an elf. Very long, flowing hair. Starts to approach you and just comes up to the gate. You just hold the head out.
Smiling, just.
Yeah, he unlocks the gate, comes back on through, and this male elf sort of like presents themselves in front of you, and it is nice to meet your acquaintance. So, you were the people from this many?
Yep.
Okay. Well, let me just check, and you just watch as he pulls out of his pocket this little silver sheen device, and you just watch as he like moves it for a moment, just starts to flicker, and then this image of the individual that shot him, including the head, and the rest of him, is sort of like poised in this exact position, like gun pointing towards, and I'll have anyone with proficiency in investigation can roll.
I was going to say, as this video was playing, I'd have lent him with the head and said, the rest was quite hard to carry. Is this going to be docked for the amount we got?
He just sort of like looks on, like squints
I like
at
push
it.
the jaw back.
Yes, that should be. It looks as expected. I think we got briefed on what happened, and that is a job done, sort of speak.
I mean, we were led to believe it was 50 gold each for.
Well, you were led astray.
He definitely shouted 50 gold each.
I do remember him saying something along those words. He did seem quite troubled at the time when there was all those people chasing him.
Well, I have this, and this is all I was given. So, and he just drops it into the hand.
As he drops it into this hand, I'll just throw the head at him.
Okay, he just sort of like bats it out of the way. As it just rolls on the ground, and he just whispers to the guards and like, just take care of that, please.
As the guard's going past, I'll give him the little rag from his cloak that I cut off, and I'll go, that'll probably carry it.
Anyone roll?
I did. 21.
Okay.
6. I don't know what's wrong.
Better than 4.
It's better than 4.
Alright, so you and you alone.
You had to emphasize that, didn't you? You and you alone.
Sort of. You have you do have a little bit of a love for little contraptions like this, and you get the idea that whatever this is, it's creating a still image, but it is directly from the line of sight of Lord Gerford Gizmotink at the time. You sort of discern that from the way it is. So the way that this works is obviously powered by him in some fashion, whether it's he's shown them and this is what it is, or otherwise. But that's what you notice.
Fair enough.
But yeah, as you throw the head.
I don't want it, it smells.
I'll have. What's people's passive perception?
14.
11.
12.
13.
11.
Passive perception. 20.
Wow.
What?
We're pitting.
That's your passive.
Yeah.
What?
All right. All right. I mean, you know.
See
Yeah, you know.
Just see everything. What?
Bloody hell.
Perception.
Yes, perception. Yeah.
Yes, you notice everything.
You notice this this group of individuals, this group of 4 that you saw yesterday, wearing this crimson attire. They seem to be walking adjacent to you right now, down the road, about to sort of like cross. You sort of like catch eyes with them for a second, and they glance on over. You notice especially this sort of like very, very pink-skinned, extremely tall looking orc of some nature. Definitely has some form of orc in there. You're not entirely sure how much, but you notice them as you noticed them through your sights last time. This flowing Mohican.
So I'm guessing they're the ones that attacked last time, or they're the ones that protected last time?
You remember them assisting your plea, as it were.
If they're still inside, I'll just thumbs up.
Sort of just nod the head as they curiously sort of like shuffle on past, taking a few steps of hesitation. Alright, so as the individual that you threw the head at starts to disappear, the gate
Excuse me.
is locked.
Hello.
Turns round.
Hi. Actually, we was just wondering, obviously, if our services could be used for anything else around these parts. We're at a loss of what to do, so we have
And
time
we do
on our
know
hands.
something about that gentleman.
Yeah,
What do you
do you mean... You mean what is left of that gentleman?
Well, who he might have been, or who he might have associated with in the past, yes.
So, you're looking for work?
Yes, there's something to pass the time.
If you're paying.
Well, let me make things abundantly clear. And he sort of just like brushes the blood off his robes.
Come on, vinegar gets it out of tree.
You don't ask Gizmoting Industries for work. If you have a name, they will approach you. Though, saying that,
I mean, obviously, we're beheaders.
And obviously you didn't have enough people to protect good old Mr. Gizmotink, did you?
My name's Max. You asked for a name. There you go.
It's a beautiful name.
a name of
Merci.
a name of wealth, a name that is more notorious than, well, Max.
My name is Dr. 3 Adno.
Just looks at you with curiosity and slight confusement for a second. Just very, yes, taken aback. And just continues.
I mean, one might have connections with King Carden, if that's any use of a name.
I used to be in the
Mate.
AAA.
Make a persuasion check.
I'll say I used to be in the AAA.
I'm not sure I quit, so I might still be with them.
The Outlanding Adventuring Association.
Persuasion, did you say?
Yes, persuasion.
We are professionals.
I should say this, if you look here on Max, you'll see A with a line.
Do I have advantage?
Like a scar
in rolls?
across.
Oh, Scarborough. What did it stand for?
No, that's
The
proficiency.
Outlanding Adventuring Association.
11.
11. Looks at you. A very serious tone. Well, that is quite a name to be throwing around. You have already experienced that. Well, taking initiative doesn't always go unrewarded. Yes? Maybe if you were to investigate further into this. Well, Gizmotink has deep pockets for those that are loyal.
And what was your name? Just so we could say who we spoke to.
Well, I am Favor.
It's a lovely name. For such a stern individual. Yes.
And just one more thing before we embark on our trying to impress. The guys that wear the crimson. I've seen them around quite a few times, around yourselves. Have you got any information on those guys?
If you are a group of sorts and are looking for this type of work, I think you'd understand if you can say we know of them. We'll keep the details to them.
Okay, so we deal with them or we leave them alone?
I would.
Because how much initiative?
I would generally leave them alone.
Okay. That works.
You've been very helpful, thank you.
Well, you've been both. Thank you. Sort of like wanders off.
So snooty.
I mean, he did get lots of blood on his little cape.
He's never seen a day of labour in his life.
I mean, it kind of serves him right for wearing a cape.
Are you wearing a cape?
I'm wearing a cape.
It's gonna get dirt on it.
I mean, I've got my little furry cape. It doesn't go to the ground, so does yours go to the... Oh, well, I could, snip it off for you a little. It could be
I'm
matching.
all right. I mean, it may come in handy when I need to maybe wipe blood off myself if I get a severed head thrown my way.
Are you offering? Because I still have some on my hands.
No, I mean, you can wipe them on the bottom of my cape if you like.
That is so sweet.
Already slightly sullied by the roads. You just add insult to injury and just smear that blood right in there.
So, where we are, is there like a shop with fancy gizmos in it?
You cannot see one from here, but you recall you were told of something called the showroom, which was meant to be around here.
Is one of the guards still here?
Yeah, both of them are still here.
I'm gonna give the doc a nudge and say, ask him where the showroom is.
Showroom.
You want directions? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Just follow the path to the end and down right.
Thank you.
I'm gonna pat him on the back and I'm gonna start laughing and go, away with words this one, let's go!
As soon as we were told where the showroom is, Grey Cloud is on his way.
Okay.
Come back!
It's got an image of you chasing after him.
What, you're about to go, come by.
Come back!
Like, shepherd. Yeah. Go back. Just whistling.
Okay, as you make your way, following these very simple directions, it is not far away at all. It takes you still about 5 minutes to actually break free of Gizmotink Industries' main fenced-off area. Big space inside. Many different buildings inside. You turn the corner and you see just this open plaza of sorts. Just nice sort of like cobbled streets all the way around, and in the centre, this very palace-like shop. Quite not small, but definitely extremely exquisite. It has all manner of contraptions that you can see through the windows of this on the inside, some of which are moving, rotating, shifting. You can see there's a few people in there. A little bit of chaos going on. But yeah, this as you appear outside the front, you can see that this is the showroom.
I'm gonna peer through the window, see if there's any like weapons racks or anything like that anywhere around.
Make a perception check.
Okay, I'm sure I've got terrible perception. Yes, 9. My breath,
Well.
steaming it off.
Yeah, a bit of a mixture of both. As you're steaming up the shop and trying to like rub it down, and your fingerprints are just getting all over it. And the fact that your eyes are just like torn by all of these strange-looking contraptions, some of which look completely weird and wonderful, and you're trying to depict if any of these are actually weapons or if they all just look like weapons.
Okay.
Like some of them, your eyes catch onto this this strange contraption that appears to be like a hunk of metal with a few like rods just like sticking out of it, and you're thinking that'd be a good mace.
I'm going in. As soon as I
All right, you make your way inside. All of this, it just feels like an emporium for the weird and wonderful. Inventions, trinkets, absolutely everywhere. There appears to be quite a few, shop clerks rotating around this floor right now. And you can see that there are a couple of floors, if not more, from what you can see. And there's a few side rooms that are closed doors, barred off, and such. But everything in here, they're just cogs hitting the walls right now.
I'll walk into whatever looks shiniest and coolest and
Okay.
like, showing grey clay at it.
All right. As some of you start to split up, like you can note that a few of the clerks are starting to latch onto you, like watching you with hawk eyes.
I'll pick up that thing that looked like a mace and start like going.
Someone just comes up to you and, if I may, and just takes it off you and just like sort of like folds it back in on itself, and you just watch as these pipes sort of like fold into one, and all becoming like this one big pipe shakes it, and you just watch as this like bristled brush just comes out of the end. Essentially just a space saver for whatever is a brush, but also extremely powerful.
As soon as that brush goes, I'm just gonna go. And start walking off and start looking for someone else.
I ain't got time for this.
I want to smack things. I want a brush.
Are you kidding me?
Really disappointed.
As you sort of like storm off, he just puts it back and is there anything I can help with?
Pull my great axe. Something that's like this, but
Okay.
cooler.
You want
Weapons.
what is the price range?
50 gold or so? Maybe a bit more.
Spending the
It's gonna
whole
be
thing.
fucking blank.
Have
Why
you
do you think
seen
he's
the-
always? Why do you think he's always after money?
Are you not splitting it?
Oh yeah, I've got some aside that I can give him. This is the money that I want.
50
as well.
gold! For a gizmo-tink weapon. Are you new in town?
Yes. Just done a job for Gizmo Tank actually, so I don't know if that applies some kind of discount. Maybe like, I don't know, 40 gold then?
I don't think we have anything. I honestly can't think of anything that we have for that price.
Even the brush thing. The brush thing is more expensive than 50 gold.
Fuck that, I don't want the brush.
I mean, for a weapon.
Well, I could probably
you
go
could-
higher. If you can show me them.
If you hit someone really hard, you could probably injure them with a brush.
I don't need a brush for that. If
Have
you show
seen
me
his axe?
If you show me round, I can have a look at something else and judge if it's worth the price.
As in, you want motivation to work?
No, as in, if you show me a cool axe, then I might fork over some more money.
But your price limit is 50.
I can always come back.
Okay. Okay. Just come.
As he walks a little bit ahead, you're going to see Max go, "No, we're not going to steal anything. We've only just got here."
Just like gets another clerk to follow you.
As you said that, if your eyes met mine, I'd be like,
Oh, wink, wink.
Just going to be oblivious to this other clerk behind me because I do not feel like he imposes any threat.
I mean, takes you through this like completely cordoned off area, and you just see like weapons on like every single wall. It just waits in
I'm going to like a kid at Christmas.
the doorway. Everything that you could ever imagine is in this room right now.
If anyone's outside, they're going to hear, "Yes!"
Echoing through. And yeah, he goes up and collects this giant battle axe off the wall. Heavy in like struggling to carry it. This is something that everyone's been working on. It is a lot of money, as is everything with worth. But this is what it can do, and you just watch as he like moves this crank on the end of it, and you watch as the battle axe sort of just like folds in on itself and forms this sharp blade, forming into a giant greatsword. And I think this is also, and then he just cranks another lever round, and you just watch as it breaks, like half of it breaks away, falling and clatters to the
I'll
ground.
catch it.
Alright, you catch it by the blade. Make a constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's you without fingers.
That's 24.
Okay, alright. I mean, it cuts into you, clearly. It's very sharp and quite heavy, but you sort of just like take it and just, yeah, it's fine. That'd be cool worse.
Yeah. Sort of hand it back to him.
I'm just going to pass him the end of my cape again.
He just brandishes this this like extremely nimble weapon forwards, as though like a lot of it has been half of the greatsword has just fallen away from it, leaving this very versatile, quick weapon, one-handed. And if you just place it on the ground, he just cranks it back, and you just watch as this spark of arcane harmony just reattaches it, and then he cranks the other lever as it back into a giant great axe.
Okay. I'll go. May I?
Oh,
I'll be clapping, by the way.
Do it.
Yes.
Take a sort of step a few steps back, and I'll just start going, swinging it,
Okay, please be careful. Be careful.
throw it, catch it, and I'll stop.
It feels even heavy for you. It's not. It's quite imbalanced, but at the same time, it packs what you could imagine to be a punch because of the weight of it right now in its great axe form. It is very top heavy, and every time you swing with it, you're almost struggling to like stop because it's like there's such force behind it. It feels good, a little clumsy, but really good.
I really like it. So how much is this cool thing? I might be looking at the crank thing as he's talking.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is more than 50 gold. Yeah, I mean, if we have written confirmation that you are in business, then we could always give a discount.
Bless you.
But, I mean, without, we cannot do much, but you're looking about 1,500.
As soon as the 1,000 got read out, I'm just going to go. I'm going to start walking out the place. I'm going to go, Storm, full of snobs. I'm going.
I told you they charge too much. I told you.
Am I being followed by a clerk?
Yeah, all of you are being tailed right now, especially like almost like doubled up as soon as he's mentioned anything about stealing.
The people tailing me, could I turn around just be like, oh, hello there. Could you help me?
Yes.
Well, we have been charged with trying to help Mr. Gizmotink himself. I was just wondering if you could answer some questions for me. Have you had anyone coming into the store that's suspicious, apart from me and my friends here, of course?
Not. I mean, there's plenty of people that arouse suspicion. That's why we. But I can't say that any stood out more than the others.
Okay. Well, do you know if there has been any threats, sent to the store? Like a head on the door or something,
Not to the store, no.
But to Mr. Gizmotink. Are people not impressed by the magic possibly entering their homes?
There are, as expected, if a great leader as such, there are people that oppose him. I thought that was well understood.
Oh, it is. But do you know anyone particular? I'll just shake my little gold coin pouch a little bit.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. 16. Better than my 4s.
Sort of like takes you to one side and just gestures out his hand.
Fine. And I'll give him like 2 gold.
Okay. Just looks at it. Okay. few rumours around someone in the a new group in the city. Not sure if they're new as such, but definitely hidden. And they have a rich benefactor.
When you say a rich benefactor, do you mean one of the three?
I couldn't say.
Could you say for a little bit more gold?
No, I
Oh, you
genuinely
genuinely
couldn't
can't.
say.
That's fair. I thought I'd just ask just in case, you know.
Yeah.
You know the drill.
Yes.
Yes.
But I couldn't imagine that any of the lords would be entangled in any of this.
Not the three big main ones, but maybe the...
No, I couldn't imagine it.
Just because you can't imagine something doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
I mean, the synod enforcement is what keeps most of us safe anyway. So they're one of the four.
Okay. But the hidden group, you don't know where they've been seen? Nothing more for a cheeky extra gold? Can I tell like how much he might be able to give? Like
Make an insight check.
wise. Crit fail.
You have no idea.
I'll do another 2 gold. Just
Going in the jail.
yes it is.
Alright, you hand on the extra 2 gold. Well, it's they've been rumoured to be on the western side. Though a few people have seen them near the river. I can't say much more than that.
Of course, you've been more than helpful, and I would say a word to your management, of course. But thank you. I might use you again for info. Keep your ears out.
Looking quite pleased with himself. Just
Nice to meet you. What was your name?
it is Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. Nathaniel or Nathaniel?
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. Oh, Jade.
Nice to meet you.
And bye-bye.
Steps back and continues following you, but like from a few meters away.
Oh, you can't stay away from me.
Until you leave.
Before we leave,
Yep.
because I got the signal, I would like to just briefly touch Grey Cloud and cast in him so that he can cast Thaumaturgy.
Mm-hmm.
And then in his head, I'm going to tell him that to go up to the person following me, jump scare him, and just make an earthquake sound with it. And as soon as he does that, whatever's small, I'm just going to into my pocket.
Okay, I mean you've got at least 2 people on you right now.
Well, it's going to be a relatively big earthquake noise, and he's going to go.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. Okay. Oh. I'm gonna have him have Grey Cloud make a performance check then.
Can I see this happening? 'Cause
I
I've
thought
walked out
you-
of the room.
I thought you were like pinned like straight for the exit, weren't you?
I just walked out of that weapons room, going that way.
What would I use for his performance? What stat?
I mean it's charisma.
Charisma. Okay. Episode 3 is going to be quiz life.
Great escape.
That was with advantage, was it?
No, it was not.
9.
Okay.
You will.
All right. All right. As Grey Cloud just like sinks slightly into the floor, out of sight for a brief moment, before resurfacing, shooting up into the face of one of the people following you, and just this ring of like thunder crackles out from the center of the room. Everyone's eyes just turn straight onto Grey Cloud. Your arm stretches out. I want you to make a sleight of hand. Yeah, there's at least one person still watching you.
It's not terrific.
Fingers crossed.
15.
Not bad.
I've had worse.
How spirited
I
is that?
matched it.
Is that a...
Your hand stretches out, and as you do so, you sort of like turn your body at the same time and just flick it into your pocket. And like go towards and look towards Grey Cloud.
Can I be going, Grey, stop it!
You rush on over. No one seems to stop you, and like you sort of like a bead of sweat just drips down your forehead. You don't even know what you placed in. It felt moderately round and very metallic.
Cool. When I get up to Grey Cloud, I'm going to snap my fingers, he's going to disappear.
Okay.
Well, on disappearing, I'll be like, cheers, bud. Like in his head. And then I'll leave.
Alright. The clerk sort of like, just, come on, and just starts to escort you out. That's enough of that. Ridiculous.
He gets carried away. Bless him. He doesn't see shops like this every day.
Well, no one does unless they're, well, here.
Imagine so. Have a good day, pal.
As
Shuts the door behind you.
Storm comes out and I see him exit the shop, just hand him 25 gold in a pouch. That was half the reward.
Do I not get a little bit for showing you
Have you
around?
come out?
Yes, I said bye-bye to the club guide.
Oh, so you've come out
Yes.
as well.
I was your tour guide.
Very reluctantly hand
Just
over.
4 gold will be fine.
I'll hand you 10. Very reluctantly.
I like you.
Job well done.
I did get some information whilst we were in there. Is everyone else here? I don't want to talk unless everyone is here.
We should maybe.
I can still
Sometimes
take a look
my
at
eyes
some of the
play
things,
tricks
but when
on
I
me and I
realise
don't
it's mainly
know.
just household appliances, I'm probably going to be...
You sort of like glance as the curtain is drawn of the back room.
So,
We should maybe go
Later.
somewhere away from here
good plan.
to talk.
Do I know somewhere that might be a bit better to talk?
I mean, that's entirely up to you. It depends on how far you're wanting to travel.
We could head to that temple thing.
Yes,
Is there a bar, aren't we?
it's the temple near the river.
Jade might know.
There's the temple.
Yeah, you know the locksmith temple. Don't think I've got a name for it. Is it Garden of the Cultivator? Or is that something else?
No, it's the Temple of Gold. Or Temple of Fortune, depending on who you speak to. It is very close to the river.
And on the west.
It's not on the west side, it's on the east side of the river. But it's very central.
Is it like near a bridge?
One wouldn't really call it much on the side of the river as part of the open part of the estuary.
How long will it take us to walk there from where we are?
To the temple, probably half an hour.
And is this through like streets and stuff, or is there like
Well, if it's through streets, you can probably find a bar or a tavern or something.
I mean, taverns, you don't know who might be listening in.
Talk on the way. Keep our ears out.
Yes?
Or if you know somewhere that's good at keeping these out, we'll go
Do I
there.
know anywhere that's good at keeping those? Like, anyone from hearing or...
What, any places?
Yeah.
Not in this area.
Or if we go down, like, back alleys a bit, and, like, in the back
Yeah,
alleys.
you can find some back alleys.
Yeah.
Lead the way.
So, walk and talking, and I'll try and time, like, saying things when we're in a bit more quiet areas. There's a rumour from my good friend Nathaniel Lindsay.
I will be looking around to make sure no one is listening in.
With your 20 passive
Yeah.
perception, you've probably seen everything.
Yes, I see. Are you like the Terminator? And you just see
Scanning
signals,
everything.
like-
Come on now, I'm
When
not a
they're
robot.
driving.
Together though. But yes, my good friend Nathaniel was saying there's been some rumors about this hidden new group who maybe opposes the gizmo thing. I mean, I'm not a fan myself, but I wouldn't go and kill the man. That's a little extreme. But apparently they've been kind of seen in the western side of the river. I mean, the temple's on the eastern side, but you know, there's such a thing as bridges, you know. Just because they've been seen on the western side doesn't mean, you know. But I was thinking maybe we could go there and maybe, you know how we found those pawpaws? That's a location that he must have been to. Because it was only on the outskirts. I think that was the Garden of the Cultivator, wasn't it? The place he got the pawpaws from.
Near.
Near that. So, I mean, that's a location he would have been seen in. So maybe if he went to the locksmith, he might have said, oh, I've been to the Garden of... I've got these pawpaws. You never know.
Sounds good to me.
And then I was thinking, from there, we could then go across the river and maybe go and speak to some people on the western, maybe see some shady people.
I think maybe we'll take it one step at a time.
One step at a time, I'm okay with that. I just like getting the ball rolling. I get
I
very
know.
excited with these things.
I've noticed that.
Oh, is that a compliment? Because I
It's a
can.
compliment.
Oh, that's fine. Sometimes you can. I mean, in the city, you can get a lot of people trying to say backhanded compliments, and I think, oh, they're being nice. They're not.
I think sometimes with a large group like this, things can get misconstrued if you say too many things at once.
So much. I mean, I've got some friends, and sometimes they can say I'm a bit full on, but I don't mean to be. So if I'm ever a bit full on, just say whoa, 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 Jade, calm down.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yes. Step one.
Step one. Yeah. Okay. Step one. Temple.
Lead the way, tall lady.
Tall lady, I'm very short.
Tall.
Oh, Tor. I look, in our accent, Tor would be tall. But Tor. Do you see why I might get a bit confused with
This
people?
happens, I'm going to turn her and just start walking in direction.
Follow me. I'll hold my arm up like a little tall flag.
Okay. Alright, so you're trying to find some back alleys before you get to the Temple of Gold.
And while we're walking, I probably be showing you whatever it is on top.
Okay.
Just between us, though.
I'll be looking at that like, is it grenade?
I mean, you look at it, and it appears to be this sort of like mechanical orb. There's just like loads of different like brass, copper, like steel sections to it, little screws all intertwined into this spherical shape, and there's just one giant button on the very top.
Oh dear.
Oh no. Staring at the button.
Push the button.
Have any of us noticed this is happening?
He's already pressed.
As you notice with your 20
done it.
20 passive perception, you watch as the finger launches for the button, presses down into it, and you just hear this booming Test!
Have you done?
Does it again. Test!
What if I turn it? Oh,
It
click
doesn't seem
doesn't
to.
move.
It doesn't seem to turn.
Try pressing and holding and saying something, and maybe then it might copy your voice.
I'll hold the button down.
Nothing happens.
Press it
Move
again.
my finger. Okay.
Nothing happens.
Does it?
Hi!
Nothing.
Press it again.
You you press it, and you just hear like the wind blowing, and like a few people breathing, as though like a couple of people are quite close. I mean, nothing seems to happen.
No. Hold and say something. Say, Jade is the coolest.
Jade's coolest.
Press it again, but just boop.
It just exactly repeats what you just said, in the same pitch, notation, and decibel.
Awesome.
I'm gonna press it again. Yes, I am.
So, not something that's going to explode. But it could be useful.
Certainly does have its uses.
Looks expensive.
You know that axe thing that I went and saw? 1,500. I'm pretty sure I could make that myself. Just need some rope, a great axe, a big knife. Say, rope it all together.
Maybe you could create a competition for bismuthing. Cheaper versions of what
Marrow
they're doing.
Industries. I like it.
No, oh, that's so wonderful.
I'm going to need a lot of rope.
This is just a parrot, isn't it?
Yeah,
Just
mechanical
sell a
parrot. If you give it to him, he has a parrot.
Oh, could we draw little eyes on it?
It's storms.
Could we turn it into a little parrot?
Only if you do it with Grey Cloud later. That's something you'd like to do.
Yes, I will happily sit down with Grey Cloud and do some drawing. Maybe we could find some feathers in a store and just glue them to the
We're
board.
not gluing out to it.
I love glue and glitter. Oh, just gets that everywhere.
We're not doing it now. I'm just going to put it back in my pocket.
Put an accidentally passage to.
Yeah.
You just hear, Jade is the coolest from your pocket.
I know, Storm. I know you keep saying that.
I'm going to have to change that.
While everybody's walking and things like that, I'm going to speak to the doctor. I'm going to say, forgive me if you think I'm prying, but last night I seem to think that you was a little bit upset. Is this anything that we can help with?
No, not me. Never.
So I was mistaken.
Carry on walking.
I'm going to knock on him. So I was mistaken.
Oh, looks a bit bemused. As bemused as I can be.
Right eye.
All body language.
Yes.
Are you lying?
No.
Okay, then I guess you're not ready to say anything, so I suppose I'll leave it there for now, but just know that we are here to talk if you need to.
We are here to help Gizmo Tink.
And now I'm just going to carry on walking.
All right, as you make your way through the winding streets and finally reach the literal Temple of Gold.
Is it made of gold?
Not solid gold,
Oh.
but it is gold.
I said I've been nudging Storm going, we get a pickaxe.
You're going to be loud at all.
Just at night
You just that runs through your head, and then you just look at all the guards surrounding it.
Doesn't deter me in the slightest. That's a lot of gold.
Yeah, you notice a few acolytes in the foreground of the setting, sort of like on the run up to the path towards this very prestigious looking golden temple lies before you. You can see the chopping waves of the ocean not too far away in the distance.
I'm going to wave at one of them, the acolytes that are walking past. Just say, where do we inquire about your gold god thing?
The locksmith.
The locksmith.
Lock.
The locksmith.
Just this
I'm
whole
just like still like
very obvious. And what would one want with?
You know, just ask a few questions. Might consider joining.
Is it pawpaws as well?
Slightly bemused by the offer of the fruit.
No. Somebody we know who goes to this temple had this and they dropped it. I wanted to return it to them.
They also dropped a necklace, didn't they?
Yes, that's how we knew. It was tied around this bag of pawpaws. They must love pawpaws.
Well, I can always take it off your hands and hand it back to the individual.
I'm not new to the city.
And
I know your kind. The locksmith all about gambling, luck. I'm returning these to who I know that they are from. So if you could just give me an address or something, that would be marvelous.
Or if you have sort of a higher priest they could speak to, maybe.
what, the priest for hire?
You know, like a more senior
Oh, okay.
priest thing.
I'm like clutching.
yeah. The pawpaws are not moving
They
from
can't
your arms.
get
Yeah.
to them, right? Just checking.
Well, I can't see how taking you to anyone in the temple would be of any worth to you. You seem very attached to your fruit.
There might be a name on the necklace or something, or a marking that they might know whose it is.
Well, is there a name?
I don't know.
I can look at Jade like,
I just feel like, is there a name on the necklace?
It doesn't appear to have a name on the necklace now.
No.
Well, that would probably solidify even more that it would not be beneficial.
is there any other acolytes watching this discussion?
There's another one not too far away, further on the path.
Okay, I'm just going to walk up to Storm and sort of whisper in his ear, and I'm going to say, if you can distract that one, I'm going to knock this one out. And we can just say we found him in an alley.
So how many guards are watching this?
Why?
Well, they're not letting us in with the whole necklace thing. Maybe if we bring a body along with one, or not kill him, but just, you know. I'm very indiscreet about this as well. He's going to see me going,
Yeah.
Can I be trying to distract this guy?
I'm going to ask Jade.
Like, as soon as you do that, he starts to just sort of like back off. and so, like, turns around to the other guy and just runs.
I'm going to ask Jay, like whisper. So what is the purpose of us needing entry into this temple?
To find out about the shooter. I'm not just doing this by the way, I'm just realising what that looks like.
So the guy that did the shooting thing, he's from here.
Well, Nathaniel, my friend from the showcase, he was saying that they'd been seen on the western side, near the river. Now, this temple, near the river. Not western side, but you know, like I said, bridges.
As I see this guy running, I'm going to say, give me a pawpaw.
No. What?
Just one, give me a pawpaw.
How many do I have left? How many were in this bag?
There was about 8, I believe.
That's fine.
I'm going to start charging after him with a
Oh.
pawpaw in hand.
Okay, alright. He's already at his friend who he just like turns around and notes you just sprinting with his pawpaw
Like
at him.
I'm just running.
Very aggressive looking fruit. Not renowned for.
Just gonna be like, he does this. He'll leave into it.
Alright. He sort of just like holds up his hands and just starts to like chant this prayer. What are you doing?
I'm going to like get up to him. And like as I stop next to them both, I'm going to look at him, I'm going to look at his friend and go, so is there a higher priest that we can talk to about this pawpaw man?
Make
Start-
an
started running, I didn't know
intimidation.
why.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay. That's 17.
17. Alright. Turns out it is an aggressive looking fruit.
That's a scary piece of fruit.
Just like holding it at him.
Or it might have been you. Sprinting towards them with daggers in your eyes. Alright, so they just fold. This place is known for its gambling. But they show the hand, and they fold immediately. Yes. We'll go fetch someone.
As they go to walk off, I'm going to put my arms round them both, and I'm going to say, guys, this way. I'm going to go and meet the higher
So
priest.
just like shudder as they're like walking.
I'm just going to be walking. As I walk, I'm just going to I'm just walking half in his pawpaw. Oh yeah, he's 100% getting dragged in as I eat a bit, and then just
Fruit juice all over his nose.
Your arms are like around the necks right now. They're looking towards the guards, and they're just like nodding at them on the way past. You can feel a bit of shake and fear in them.
as the guard looks over, I just sort of go,
Nods back. All right, as you get onto the inside of the foyer of this temple, and it is beautiful. There is fine silks, high ceilings, marble, gold trims pretty much everywhere. You walk in on this echoing marble floor, and immediately someone approaches you in very finely dressed robes, with this very silken white gold trim around it. Approaches you as they sort of bring you straight to this individual. These people are wanting to chat to you about a man with a pawpaw
I'm the locksmith.
and the locksmith as well. We leave them in your hands. They start to try and like break away.
Oh wait, I'll let go of him. The one who ran away, I'll sort of smack him on the back quite hard, and I'll go, cheers, fella! And brush a bit of pawpaw juice off his shoulder.
just sort of like puts their hands together in short bow. Well, what do we owe your patronage today?
Me? Oh, hi.
Sort of move Jade forward, a step back, give a nod
Hello.
to Storm.
Like I was saying to your friends there, we were just wondering if we could return these pawpaws to their precious owner. We found them with a necklace attached, which has your beautiful logo here. We were just wondering, do you know if anyone's frequented is it the Garden of the Cultivator, that kind of area with you guys?
Well, if anyone was frequenting the Garden of the Cultivator, I can't imagine it would be for the reasons why they should be.
They're not like a lucky fruit? Secret to your temple or something?
They keep for rather a long time.
That's good to know. For your friend, of course. So, do you know who might have had some?
I imagine that anyone could have. This is a very strange request.
It's a very strange city.
Have you seen anyone around with a gun that looks sort of like his?
They are.
I'm gonna scan the entire temple.
Terminator.
Terminator
style.
style.
Just for any people that are like hiding shadows that are potentially trying to listen in.
Okay. You notice a lot of things. What I want you to do is make an insight check.
Inside. Unnatural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
You don't know this religion extremely well. However, you get the idea that they don't tend to hide anything. What is given is given. What comes their way comes their way. They don't appear to be hiding in the shadows. There appears to be no one trying to shroud their presence at all. From what you can tell, everyone appears to be quite forthright, if anything. But I can't imagine that you're going to find the person that owns these pawpaw to return to them.
So you're saying luck is not on my side?
Are you patrons?
I mean, at heart, I think so. I've never tried to delve into it, but really deep
Well,
down,
why
I think
didn't you say so? We can always put something forwards and see if the gamble takes its course.
to find this man? Or for me to join?
No.
What? Am I joining?
Roll deception with disadvantage now.
While she's doing that, I'm just gonna like hum the tune that the guy was chanting outside. The pro was chanting outside.
Okay.
That's a 5. My other option was a 6.
He sort of like looks towards you, looks straight through you. The tune comes in a little bit late.
An afterthought.
I know a bit about religion. Would I maybe know any, like, secrety phrases or words that they know to, like, get their confidence?
You imagine right now that as convoluted as everyone has been so far, and as complex and torn between lies and deception that has been seen through already,
Whoops.
you have no chance, no matter how much you know right now, as the eyes just go straight through you. Well, I do believe our business may have come to a close unless you have a hefty donation to make.
Have a pawpaw.
What about a bet?
Takes the pawpaw. And, involving what?
First thing I want to make sure is the gold here. Does it have two different opposing sides, or is it just one each? So is it like the same artwork on both sides?
No, you can, you can have
a noticeable difference.
Noticeable difference, yeah.
Okay. Simple flip of a coin. This side, we go forward with the bet, as you called it. This side, you can have my gold, and we will leave.
That would be good if you had any faith.
How would you know I don't have faith? As my friends here can say, I'm a keen gambler. I throw myself into situations that I might not necessarily get out of. Seems pretty in keeping with your beliefs.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm so good at that.
I'll give him inspiration.
How?
I'm just gonna whisper to him and say, as a gambler, just remember that you always have the luck on your side.
Lovely. Is that a D6? So that's a. I'll use the D6. So that was a. It's not my dice, but it was a 15. So plus 6, that's 21.
21.
I feel that inspiration.
Okay.
Hell yeah! I won last night.
Looks towards you, almost looks proud for a second. Well, if I'll take you up on that bet.
She says that. Coin up, and then I'll.
All right, I want you to roll a d4. 1 and 2, you win.
Okay.
3 and 4, he wins.
3. He wins.
He wins.
So I'll show it. Flip it over.
Well, seems like your luck has expended.
Well, that's one man without his pawpaws.
I'll,
Moment of silence for him.
double of quits. I'll take a coin you had off you.
Okay.
I'll say, but first, you wanted to know a bit about what this religion's all about.
Me?
Yeah, ask him a few questions. I'm hoping that, because you talk quite slowly, in the time that he's doing that, I can cast minor transmutation and make us a double-headed coin. Just in my hand. Takes me a minute.
Alright.
So,
You've got a minute, pal.
What is your name?
Okay, well, I'm Oliver.
What is your favourite colour?
Are these really to do with the looks?
Oh, he's being serious. This is just how he is. think it's a he anyway. I don't really.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly, it would be gold.
Age.
just make a charisma check.
This is going to be the most detailed NPC by end.
Rob's sweating like stop.
So how quickly do you want to die?
Is he single in a relationship?
What check was it, sorry?
Oh, his parents.
I want you to make a charisma check because you need to maintain his interest.
Oh!
Oh my god!
Tell us everything about this NPC, Rob.
Oh my god!
No, hit yourself up with his deeds. Age, first thing.
Do you ask any questions about the religion at all, or do you just ask all about him?
Just all about him.
All right, cool.
So age.
All right, well, over the course of a minute, maintaining almost direct eye contact with a few flicks over towards you to ask if this is really happening. Yeah, you find out that Oliver has, is 38 years old.
I was thinking 38.
Yeah.
Those vibes.
Yeah, he does have those vibes.
Yeah.
He appears to have been working at the temple for a good amount of time, about 12 years or so. He used to be heavily into gambling before he hit crushing debt, and then turned over to the locksmith and sort of restarted his life here. And as you get this over the course of a minute, I want you to roll a sleight of hand with major advantage.
I was just writing all that down in case.
Yeah, I mean, he
Guess
could be
Oliver
the big
pops up
bad
again.
in
You never know. Yeah. Thank you. Love. Oh yes. 24.
Nice.
All right. Well, as expected, that does not hit that. Okay, so as he sort of like casts his eyes away from you for a moment, and very don't get many Somali in here.
Oh, very rare.
Yes, especially around here. Also, not many of them are for gambling. They don't really have any passions other than what they've been given. I wonder if anyone's ever given one the passion of gambling.
Asking me this?
Did you ever know any Somali Doc that were passionate about gambling?
No.
Apparently not.
Okay.
It's unique.
Well,
Heads we win, tails you lose. Flick.
how long does it take to undo this?
It's permanent.
It's permanent. Okay.
So, but I will,
All
if
right.
I need to, I will try and flip it out for another coin.
Okay.
In my pocket. So
All right.
I'll just
Immediately
straight away
pocket
put
it.
it back.
I'm gonna have him roll insight. Looks you up and down. Looks at the coin in your hand and... Well, there's been a few lies told here today, but who am I not to keep to my word? Well, a donation will be necessary.
I gave you that pawpaw.
This is not a donation.
That's a donation. It's my donation.
We accept gold.
It's a golden pawpaw.
We are the
There's
Golden
gold
Temple.
hidden inside.
Just gets a knife. Starts to cut into it.
Look at that golden fruit inside. Oh, So juicy.
Just places it down on like a pedestal to the side.
How much of a donation are we talking?
For the services you require, I think 15 gold should cover it. You should get some answers if you are lucky.
Throw 5 in.
I'll
throw
throw,
5 in.
and I'll throw 5 in.
So
Okay.
generous.
As he collects all the gold together, beckons you all forwards. As you approach this this entry point, you head through these double doors into the main section of this gigantic temple. Just huge ceilings, little bits of glass interdispersed with all of the golden reflections across the room. You can see at the very end this large fountain. Takes you up to it. As he kneels down, you can watch as he starts to twist his hand in this repetitive motion, harnessing this harmony, this arcane magic. And as you stood behind, you hear him whisper a few words. You don't notice what he's saying because of the volume of it, but you can hear like the gestures of his voice. He throws the coins in. There's a flicker of harmony as it splashes across and ripples a scent. Reaches out and places his hands into the water and just takes a minute. Shakes his hands off, grabs one of the towels placed on this railing that's sort of like slightly inset into the actual fountain itself. And dabs at his hands, stands back up. Well, your generous donation has definitely brought some light on the matter. As strange a request as that was, there has been stranger requests before this. So, from what I believe, your individual that you're searching for seems to have, well, procured those interesting pawpaw from what I have only been described as a poor location beneath, well, the capital of gambling. Which is why you might have such a clear response as such. Something to figure out, of course, but I imagine that should help you on your way.
I don't know where the capital of gambling is. Is that
Yeah, you would definitely know where the capital of gambling is, yeah.
Look my lips, see if I've got anything. I don't know, what is it?
What is in the actual place?
Yeah, like where could you be referring to?
You'd know it as a Prestra Fortune.
Oh.
Which you'd know as the castle. Yeah.
Yeah. So beneath.
From what I gather, it is not literal, more figurative. But yes, beneath was what I was given.
Is that place on the west side?
Yeah.
Near a river?
No.
Oh.
Near a river.
Oh, I'm glad it's not actually underneath. Been in sewers before and they are awful.
Interesting. I guess that will be our next stop.
Good luck and good fortune.
Thanks, Oliver. Good luck with the praying.
Yes, don't get into any more crashing debt.
That is far behind me, but thank you for
The
your
trick is to
concern.
be stronger than the person you're gambling with. So then if you lose, you just beat the snot out of them and the debt goes away.
That is a method. Yes.
Work for me.
Just so it'll shoo you out.
Stand up.
All right. What is the plan from here then?
I imagine head.
Go there.
Yeah, probably head straight
Is
there.
that in the broker board?
All right. For now, I'll say that you're having a few discussions of where exactly the hell you're going, making your way in this direction. But in the meantime, that is where we're going to take a break. Okay, welcome back.
Hi.
I hope you enjoyed the break. So, let's jump back into things. You guys are travelling at the moment. You've been given a divine clue. A riddle. Something that you can try and determine. So, as you, or a few of you, ponder through the possibilities of what could be, you start making your way towards Prestra Fortune, with hopes of inspiration of where it could potentially be along the way. So,
How far is it into the broker chord? Like how deep is?
it's not very deep at all.
So in this area, is there just gambling everywhere?
Say again.
Is there just gambling everywhere? So it's just like...
Oh, in this area?
Yeah.
That's, that's something that you can... if that's what you're imagining right now, you're not entirely sure. You've never seen this place before. However, other people in the party might know.
Okay, so is this place just like, tables and dice and chess and...
I mean, they're known for their gambling. I don't frequent this area that often. in my youth a couple of times, but not too often. But yes, there's a lot of gambling. They do illicit dealings as well. Stuff that I'm not too keen on, which is why I try to avoid it really.
Such as.
Ragging, slave trading.
Oh, right,
Yes,
okay.
it's very nasty things. So I wouldn't cut any deals with the cartel anyway.
Oh, there's a cartel.
Yes, yes. I mean, I imagine this place will be run by the Elucidator cartel. But there be so in the city, you have obviously Gizmotink at the top, and then in the next sort of level in hierarchy, you've got the Elucidator cartel and the Masked Badger.
The masked badger.
yes.
He sounds interesting.
She.
She.
It's a woman.
Even more interesting.
Is it a badger?
I mean, there's,
That has
I mean,
diminished my
if you go to
interest a
their
little.
store, they all have badger heads. They're not badgers; they just hide their identity.
Can you buy a badger head?
I have never asked, but you could go along and ask them.
We should see if we can get one that'll fit Gray. I think he'd like that.
It's not likely fit on his head though, is it?
You can just.
You just make him sad.
You can just hold it. Looks like a badger.
Looks like a badger.
And we'll all pretend.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I've seen so far, would it not just go through it?
That's what I said. But
But hold
we'll
it.
just hold it.
So he can just pop in it and you're ah.
I mean, I'm not sure how the badger head works, to be fair. I imagine it's some sort of illusion, or I don't know. It could. I mean, it could be an actual head. Who knows? Maybe they're attacking badgers and stuffing them on the head. I mean, who knows?
Would I know of any giant badgers in this area? Didn't hear about it on the boat or anything like that. Well, you got to watch out for the giant badgers.
You-
They're everywhere.
Make a history check.
You got to watch out for the sea badgers.
Sea
They're not
badgers.
nice. You see them, mate. I've seen them all the time.
Sea
actually.
badgers?
15.
Sea badgers.
15.
Are you drunk at the moment?
You haven't heard of any giant badgers, any dire badgers in the area. You did actually hear someone speaking of this masked badger. Like, you remember that name, as confirmed. They appear to be quite well known.
But yes, so Masked Badger, Elucidator Cartel, they're the next one below. They kind of, I mean, everyone knows they're constantly trying to, one up each other a little and get to the second place kind of solo. But, I mean, no one can beat Gizmotink.
So, if there's a hierarchy in this gambling place,
Not just
who's
in
at the
this-
bottom?
No, not just in its gambling. This is the whole city. Elucidator Cartel, the gambling cities of the Broker Quad, that's their territory.
Is there any like really dingy people who are just known for just being the worst?
I mean, do I know of any dingy people who are the worst? I mean, do you mean like
Just to hear.
just here, like in the Broker Quad?
I got what Storm was saying. Maybe if we find this horrible sleazy person, they will have fruit. And then we can find the dude from there. He might have pawpaws, although it does make me feel sad because I ate
go
one.
for this. They said that it was at this Prestera Fortune.
So is there like a... It's not like a
I mean,
Shit
this is like the
version of
palace of
over here.
gambling, this place,
Ah.
yes. Not dingy, I don't think. No. The extravagant, it's like a big casino. I don't know if you've ever seen a casino. So imagine, like, the Golden Temple that we were at, how that was fancy? Like, this is fancy with casino, like, with gambling. Like, everyone's in there to get rich.
I believe the exact words that you were given were the poorest area beneath the Palace of Gambling.
So different levels.
We just need to find someone who's like Oliver, just crippled by debt.
It won't be hard.
I mean, he's not crippled by that anymore. Oliver made himself a new man. You got to respect that.
Either that or he's under protection from the locksmiths.
I
Acolytes.
don't know about that. I don't know how religion.
Maybe
really
it's
works
just as
over-
simple as the gambling palace place having a, having a cellar of sorts.
Could be. Maybe he stole some pawpaw from this casino. I mean,
He was an idiot if all he stole was pawpaw.
you'd think he'd steal a little more, like some actual gold, surely.
If I was going to steal anything, not that I would steal,
Oh, of course
Oh.
not.
it would be gold.
Yes. I mean, shall we?
Sounds good.
Yes.
Well, steal some gold.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't going that way, but if that's something you were wanting to do, then I could maybe get on board with it a little. If that's something you were wanting to, we could come up with a plan and, go straight in and,
Not from this place.
No.
No, maybe we could go about it the legal way. You have a pretty good eye for the gambling.
That's a very good eye for losing. That's why I always need work. But hey, if you want to gamble, I'm more than happy to.
Personally, once I get you there, I might just go and do some things for myself a little bit. I've been with you guys like the last 2 days. I've got errands to run. I've got groceries to get.
Pawpaws.
But, I've got pawpaws. I don't need to go get out more. But once I take you there, I might just go and do my own little thing for a bit.
Can I insight if you owe money?
Roll insight.
14.
You can roll deception or.
No, I don't owe money.
Just not a fan of gambling.
I don't need to give you that information.
Are you actually going getting groceries?
What do you mean by that question? I said I was getting groceries. Do you not trust me? I have taken you to many places in this city.
It's not a matter of trusting. It's just that obviously, we've been together a couple of days. It'd be a shame for you not to be involved in these antics.
I trust you to gather all the information we need. I've just got my own things. I've got my shopping list. I'll get out a little piece of paper, and it's got onions, peppers, bit of chicken, some fish. Yeah? I'm going grocery shopping.
Are we getting closer to the area now?
It depends where you're heading to. Are you heading to this, palace of gambling?
Oh, absolutely. This has piqued my interest massively.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll shake your hand and I'll say, well, hope to see you again soon.
This isn't goodbye. It's see you later.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen once I get in there, so...
You won't die. Don't get into a position where you're going to die. Don't confront the cartel directly. You know that. It's a cartel. You know what a cartel is,
It's
yes?
not a question of me confronting them.
Do I need to come in here
Just
with
going to
you?
see like a slight grin start forming in a bluish tinge. I'll sort of disappear. It's
I
like,
think I'll trust. You're smart. I can tell you won't let him go raging in, right?
Well, I don't know if I can stop him if he does, but I
You've
do
got
what
a
I
gun.
can.
Use it.
You want him to
He's got
shoot
hulking
him?
muscles.
If it's the smart move, yes.
probably a bad idea. As soon as any of that kind of thing happened, Marrow takes over, and
Oh.
that's why my nickname was Rage in the Outlandering Adventuring Association.
Can I call you Rage?
Of course, yeah.
Rage. Oh, so brutish. Right, you're going to be okay, yes, and I'm not going to go back.
Maybe. I'm just going to start walking to...
Right. Just go in there, don't, do anything too excessive. Find the pawpaws. I don't know. Good luck!
Okay. Alright, as you divide paths and you head towards this absolutely massive casino.
Is it like one of these places which is massively rich and everywhere around it is just really poor?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yes.
There is a lot of there is not massively poor on the way towards. They seem to be. You sort of take this track and you see down this other road that it leads to the outskirts of what you'd assume to be the city, because it heads in that sort of western direction, and you can see that there is a notable decline in building commodities. Let's put it that way. You would definitely notice this with your passive perception. However, you could take the more northern path and steer yourselves towards this place. It is a lot more poor around the outskirts, but not massively. The poor area looked to be more to the west. But as you enter on into this area as you approach this very impressive structure, this triple-tiered structure of grand importance, there is a lot of hustle and bustle about this area. These huge entrance steps lead up to this grand archway. You can see people coming in and out constantly. These very heavily armoured individuals, these guards, that definitely are not part of the city enforcers, definitely hired hands, sort of like checking people on the way in and such. A few people being levied of their weapons and such, which seems to be going into safe storage. As you approach this very official looking and slightly looming business, which appears to be thriving, what are you doing?
Are these guards at the door wearing crimson?
No.
So they're not.
I'll be having a look around. Is there just this place that's like the gambling tiers, or is there like little side stuff that's going on around?
There seems to be a few things like dotted around. It all appears to be part and parcel of the actual thing itself.
Is there anyone with a look of just complete and utter loss in the face, like a broken man or woman?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
Everyone.
Does this place have windows?
Yes.
That's an 8, because I'm not very insightful.
An 8. You can't seem to depict the difference between I've just lost to crushing absolution.
Okay, that's what I've done a quick scan. I'm just going to start walking towards the casino, because
Okay.
where better to find crippling gambling debt than a casino?
Okay.
I'm going to have a look out the window to the west, over like the poorest parts, just to see if I can notice anything. Or see Jade while I'm
Okay.
looking out the
I mean,
window.
as you're going up the steps, it is quite raised, but you'd probably have to be on like the second or third floor of this whole establishment to be able to see fully out into that area. Are you going to be doing that then?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll come back to you in a second then. As you make your way up those stairs, you will get rigorously searched for weapons at this door, and they will be placed, from what you can tell, in a safe and secure location.
Hold on, pal. This is religious. This is part of my religion. It's freedom. Religion in this city, I believe. I need it.
We do not accept weaponry.
you don't accept religious artifacts.
We do not accept religious artifacts that you can stab someone with.
What if I just promised not to?
Well, that might bring that person back to life that died last week.
I didn't kill anyone last week.
No, but you could have this week,
I could have killed someone last week, this week.
if you want to. You're making things very complicated, though.
Just let me keep my religious artifacts.
As I just come out with
This isn't negotiable.
I just come out with a spiel about religious artifacts. I'm going to go, yeah, my axe is religious. Got my spear, but you know, it's more ornamental.
This doesn't work.
Where are you putting it?
We'll be putting it in, well, a named locker.
Go with the man to put it in, then you know where it is.
Yes?
I'm gonna wait outside. I'm not putting this down. This
Okay.
is mine.
Passing my spear. I'll sort of hold my battle axe for a second.
You're holding it, and there's this other guy just like searching like your legs and working up your body.
Get up! I want to see where this is placed.
Oh, I mean, you can place it in if you want.
Start walking here, like, get off!
Shaking, kicking him off.
Yeah.
Thorough
as you like sort of like shake him off, he's like, it appears to be clean anyway. Alright, so as you they sort of guide you into this area, you can just see an array of lockers all the way around, just this sort of like nameplate slid behind some like glass and like affixed in place by like lock and key. So as you're locking it, it sort of like locks the name in place as well. And this guy's sort of like carrying around this like little piece of parchment that's like attached to this scrap of wood. And so what am I putting this under?
Max Marrow.
Okay, Max Marrow. Sort of like slots it in, opens the locker, and
Slot it in, kind of awkwardly, probably like.
yeah, forcing it in, closes it, and you just watch as he turns the key, and like the lock sort of like slides across, and your name is just like locked in place.
So, who do I get a key to come back with, or how are you going to know it's mine?
Yes, you have that.
Sweet.
It just so happens there's another Max Marrow at the casino that night.
If your key is stolen, then you will need to come to me right away.
Okay.
Because someone could share your name as well.
As I lean in and I
Though I doubt
present
it.
my hand for the key, I'm going to have a quick glance at the list and see if I can memorise anything.
Make an intelligence check.
I'm so intelligent.
Super smart.
That's a critical fail or a 0.
0, excellent. No. You see scribings, and you're like, those are words. Words.
Such words.
Take my key.
Alright, as the same happens to you, you're only alleviated from items that can cause considerable damage, so obviously things like your horn will not be taken.
Oh, could I signal Storm as well? Like that to him and ask him to come over.
Just glaring at the guard, or like go a bit closer but not in.
I'll sort
You're
of-
like a cat.
I'll lean in and I'll say, can I have my my lucky ball? In the wink.
I'm gonna give him the coin.
No, my lucky
Ball?
The recording device. Parrot.
Give me my lucky parrot.
I'm picturing like a metallic parrot.
It's in the treasurer's parrot.
We've not drawn on it yet.
He sort of stares blankly at you for a few moments, and the guards are like looking at you like, what the hell is going on here?
Like Storm. Give me
The
my
coin
lucky
is like
ball.
handed over, and then he's like, no.
Does that look like a ball to you?
Put it in my pocket. And be like, fuck off. And then I'll walk into the casino.
Okay. Alright, so would you like to roll your perception check? What are you looking for, by the way? As you make your way up all the stairs, you see the immense amount of gambling on every floor.
Yeah.
Some of which are slightly open, so you can actually see all the way down on different sections. But
Just because the guy mentioned like the poorer
okay,
underneath the casino.
right, okay.
You said we noticed that the poorer area was to the west.
Mm.
So I want to look out at the poorer area, see if I can notice anything going on.
Okay.
And also keep an eye out on for Jade.
Okay, that'd be almost impossible to see an individual walking amongst streets.
I mean, I blend in with everyone. Green and pink hair.
Uh-huh.
But
It's
yeah.
not an aerial
No,
view.
no.
But yeah, you can definitely depict that. So roll your perception check.
Can I join the pack? Just to see any shady business. Well, the bigger shady business anyway.
11.
Okay.
Which one was the perception? It's 11.
Okay. All right. So you can notice that area out, sort of to the southwest. It is definitely more sparse, and the houses look a lot less. You can definitely notice like there's difference in the very strong stone-built structures of the very central area of the city, and it's more going into like wooden bits of thatch, bits of sort of like mud mixed in with like hay to make these particular walls. You can definitely see that from a distance. That's about as much as you can see from there. Yourself, Krom, you don't notice any shady business as such. You do see a lot of gambling going on. You guess that some people might be trying to cheat. Other than that, you don't notice anything else. Okay, so as you all enter on in, Dr. Threadnought, by your side, what are you doing?
I'm going to try and find a table. I'm going to say, come with me and stand next to me.
Big grin.
Sit down at the
Always got a
table.
Yeah, you do.
They're playing cards. Jim
Mhm.
went last time, so we'll go
Make
with
my
that.
way
All right,
down
so
the
you
stairs.
spot out a table playing gin, and you go up and
Mhm.
manage to get yourself a spot.
Sit down. I'll play a couple of hands, not really paying attention to losing or so it's like one goal behind me. So I'll hold down the button on the device, and I'll turn to my guy next to me and I'll say, the guy who's winning, I'll say, luck must be on your side. I'm Max Marrow. What's your name? I'll just hold up my other hand.
Okay, shakes you. quite right. Does appear to be on my side. I'm Orion.
Is that your full name?
Just Orion.
Just Orion.
I mean, don't.
See, Max Marrow's like a split name for me, because if I was going to go by like a nickname, it'd be Rage.
Okay.
Well, nice to meet you. Let go of the button. Just look at my cards, I'll play a few more hands.
Okay.
Look in another gold, and I'll go. Right, that's me done. I think I've lost enough.
Okay.
See you later, Orion. I'll walk off and I'll queen.
Bye, Orion.
Oh.
After we've got a bit away from the table, I'm turn around and say, okay, when we're leaving here, I'll play this back. You remember the name, you go up and ask for your locker. Use that name. Okay?
Very clever.
And give to Orion.
No, you hold on to that. I spoke to him before. He's happy with you looking after his stuff. He thought you looked very trustworthy, so we'll collect it for him.
I was with you.
Yeah. I could tell from his eyes. You know, he trusted you. Don't worry about it. We'll talk more later on. Let's try and find the poorer district to this, but remember the name. Okay? It'll help us. He could be the Pawpaw man. We don't know. We need to explore this as an option.
Go back to Orion.
As you're walking back, I go, no. I'm like, come on.
Strength contest.
Sort of guides you away. Do you just accept that?
No.
Okay. He sort of like starts to struggle on forwards.
Okay, I'm going to try and fireman's lift him. Just start walking.
Okay, just make a strength check. It'll be against either your strength or you can do an acrobatics. Well, it'll be
It's athletics.
versus athletics or acrobatics.
I always get those confused. with me.
He's getting fireman's lifted.
Yeah, I got 9.
17.
All right,
How tall are you?
you're big.
Yeah, I'm 6 foot. I think I'm
Okay.
6'4" or 5. So it looks ridiculous, but he's in the.
Yeah.
Cutler me impressed.
Just places you over the shoulders and just starts to carry you out.
I'll try and find you two. Whilst carrying him, and I'll sort of be like, any luck?
It's not really anything of note. A few mud huts, so to speak. But no, I couldn't see anything.
Can you find an entrance to a lower level?
Oh no, we went upwards. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Maybe we should look for that.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll start scanning. Massive robot.
Make a perception check.
18, actually. That's really good.
18.
Yeah. Good roll for me.
You're having a look around, and everything you do a full scan of the place. There are guarded doors all the way off this main room. There is not anything that looks like it would lead to a cellar as such straight away. It could be behind one of these doors, but they are all heavily guarded by armed guards.
Okay, I'll point out the doors to these 3. I'll be like, Doctor, while you're on the back, there's another door that we might need to get in.
What are you pointing with your elbows?
No, I'm just like giving it Ed. There you go. That way. Yeah.
Rubbing the belly for
I'll
luck.
plunk you down. Touch my shoulders. So we're going to try and get in one of these. Okay.
I don't think that's the best of ideas.
It said the lower area. There's got to be a door around here that leads down.
I think he also said that it was more metaphorical.
So we're looking for a metaphorical way down.
In a sense, yes, because it's more like what's underneath this whole organisation, not literally under it.
A metaphorical way down
would be gambling.
What are you thinking, Doctor? What are you thinking? Let's try that. That's a good option.
Smart.
Alright, so you're hitting the tables again.
100%. Not the same table though, because I'm not risking it.
I will try and see Orion though from across the.
I mean, you can see him. He's still sat at the same table right now.
Okay, I'll try and call to him and say, do you? What's the? Do you like pawpaws?
That's terrifying. This robot just staring at him.
Just like making your way towards, and then just direct eye contact with your well, quite terrifying red eyes. Shout this across the room. Just like looking behind him, and like you're just looking directly at him, and it's unmistakable right now, and he's sort of just frozen in place for a second. Why?
At this point, I'll probably be at the table and I'll go, shit!
you rush off and it's like, oh, is that a fold?
No, I'll be back in a second. Come here! Bring her back over. He doesn't want to speak to you right now. He's gambling. Put him off. Come and help me. The others.
Start dragging him away as like Orion's just looking confused as all hell right now.
Roll intelligence.
Yeah, so I need you to
Yes!
Really?
So intelligent. So intelligent.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I got a 6 on deception, so...
I know all the cards.
Okay, so as
Oh my gosh.
as you're counting cards right now, just like glancing around the table, a lot of people are trying to like hide the hands as you're obviously like going around. But you get a few glances before you're sort of like escorted back next to yourself, Max. And you get a pretty good idea. So, what is your deception?
Oh, it was 6. It was awful.
All right, this is going to be entirely based on skill then.
Okay.
So, using his using the doctor's aid. Let's see. Just roll a straight 20 with advantage.
It's an 11.
Okay. Okay.
It's above average.
All right. Using a lack of deceptive skills.
Too busy trying to stop him from going over to that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was tentative play. You won a few hands, lost a few hands. You mainly stuck in it because of the doctor's knowledge of what cards were most likely to come up next, and you were like, okay, we'll trade these out for these ones, and you managed to get a few different like straights, flushes from it. You managed to win a few hands. You end up breaking even, which in a way is quite good for you, really.
Yeah, I'm more than happy with that. During these hands, I'll sort of be looking at everyone else and I'll be going, after I've lost a couple of hands, I'll sort of go, don't mind me asking, I'm pretty new to this city. Where do you go once you've sort of, I don't know, lost all you have? Not that I'm anywhere near. You know, I can keep going for a while. It's just everyone seems really influential here. You don't really see many people who've lost.
Oh, well, just this very upper class elven individual responds that's sat next to you. Well, you wouldn't really find them around here, that's for sure. You're more likely to find them on the southern or western borders, or if you've hit a really bad time, maybe even in being owned by someone.
Oh, so that can happen.
Well, it can get you out of death, so some people take it. Why, you see yourself there?
Not without a fight.
I can see that.
Play the rest of the hands. I'll stop. I'll flick a gold to the guy who's dealing, as you usually do. Come on. I'll go and find these two, unless you were sat at the table.
I think I would have been nearby.
Yeah,
Okay,
probably
and
watching.
I'll inform that the lowest you can pretty much get is if you lose everything, you have to become a slave. So it looks like we're going to have to either find a slave and ask them what's going on, or one of us is going to have to become a slave. I'm not trying to be rude, but I think most likely out of us two, it's probably going to be one of you two.
So Bags is not it.
I think we'll just have to find someone.
Are you sure? I think
Yes.
you make a good slave.
No, I'm not for that life.
To yourself. Should we go and find Storm?
Again.
Should we go and find Storm?
I suppose we should.
Sweet. Come with me, Lorian. Walk into the weapons thing.
Okay.
I'm going to say, hi, Max Marrow, here to collect my stuff.
Okay.
And there's a chap here as well. What was your name again? Began with an L?
Dr. G. Adnor.
Must have had a hit on the head. I think he said his name was Lorian before. That might be his surname, I don't know.
Do you have your key?
Wasn't called that.
Yes.
Just hand it on over and... yes, just starts to like search out for it and cranks it open. Hands you these giant scythes back. Or
War pits.
war picks, aren't they? Pretty much scythes.
Give me mine. Get my stuff back.
Oh, you.
Never mind. Just walk out the place looking very disappointed at you.
I wanted my stuff.
Couldn't be Lorian. He's probably got. You might have like. What if you have like shiny war pigs?
War is bad anyway.
Useless. Come on, you giant pacifist.
So, were you trying to steal that guy's weaponry?
Yeah, I've been watching him and he won a lot of money. He deserves it. You've
Well,
got
if
to give
I
and
was
take.
you and you're going to be so deceptive like that, I would definitely start with trying to remember the right name. The man was Orion. There was
Play
no-
it back.
Just say Orion, yeah.
Intelligence.
I tried to tell you in there, but
Maybe you can try.
Try what?
Orion.
he can't be two people. He's just had to pick up his own things.
Useless to me.
I think I'd rather my weapons.
Ah, but you don't know what he has.
However,
And I ain't gonna take that gamble.
you could hold Storm's things and then send him in for them. They've not seen it in.
Was there a bathroom anywhere around here?
I mean, I'd imagine that you're probably in the foyer right now,
Right.
so you'd be able to find something.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna. It won't have to give my weapons back in. I kind of just quickly nip in.
As long as you're not entering back in, yeah, it's
Okay,
fine.
that's fine. I'll nip into the toilet. And I'm going to say, okay, listen. You've got to be well behaved, okay, for this to work. You've got to be well behaved, because if you're not, we're screwed, okay? Your name is Orion, okay? Or not Lorian, I fucked up. Orion, okay? Do you promise me that you're gonna behave?
I'm gone. I don't want this.
Can I roll a deception check against myself?
I don't know what you're trying to achieve.
Marrow's trying to convince Max that he 100% will not cause a scene when he most likely is going to cause a scene if he says no.
See, now that would have been a good idea.
I mean,
Low intelligence.
I'll just have you just roll insight.
Okay.
Into your own mind.
That's 6.
You have no idea.
Sweet. Okay. I'm convinced. So I'm gonna split.
Okay.
I mean, he looks almost identical to me, but blue.
Yeah. Quite notably
Yeah,
different
so I'm gonna
in the
say-
skin
So
colour.
I'm gonna say, stay here for about 3 minutes. I'm gonna leave. Then you try it. Okay. Just a big smile on his face. Okay. So walk past and I'll quite notably go to the man. See you later. Thanks for everything.
Alright.
I'll go to these guys. We might be in a lot of trouble very soon, but we'll have to see how it goes. Okay, because Marrow's still in the bathroom.
Wait. Why is Marrow in there?
He's going to be Orion. I don't know why I didn't think of it before. It's genius.
Isn't he going to need Orion's key?
No, because he said if you lose your key, you go and tell him. If you ask the surname, though, I don't know what Marrow's going to come up with, though, so...
Oh, good.
I might take a step back.
Oh, I'm leaving. We're leaving.
Yeah. But what happens to Marrow if we're not there with him?
Good question, actually.
He's only just checking the info now.
Don't worry about Marrow. He'll be fine. Okay. He'll be 100% okay. I can see what's going on. I'll know what's going on. If it goes wrong, don't worry.
Oh god.
I think I might. I'm gonna take a good 100 yards back.
I'm gonna leave, and I'm just gonna leave it in Mara's hands. So you're
Okay.
gonna see a much brutier version of
Yeah.
Max,
Alright.
but blue.
Exits out of the bathroom as all of you are now collectively outside. Marrow approaches.
I want my fucking weapons.
You look an awful lot like.
Like who? You saying that all my kind look the same?
No. What
Orion.
is the name?
I just heard some bastard was trying to pretend and say my name was Lorian or some shit, so I've come to get my stuff and I'm leaving.
Make a deception check.
Please. That's 17.
Yes!
Okay. Okay. Orion, is it? Okay. Nothing of the. Oh, you seem to be rather important. Okay.
You're damn right I am.
All right. Have you? Come on. Have you got the key then?
Stop rooting in his pockets. That son of a bitch! And he's gonna punch the locker, probably a little dint in it. He's took my key.
All right.
I'm gonna kill him.
Make an intimidation check,
Okay.
and not in the sense that you're trying to intimidate them, just in the sense that it is scary.
Okay. That is a 19.
Okay. All right. You get across that message that you are annoyed without the sense of like you're going to destroy everything in sight right now, and you control that rage, you control that emotion. You punch into the locker, dent it, and then sort of like cool off a bit.
Can you do the honours?
There's no trouble. Obviously, a man of your
Stature.
yes.
This poor guy.
Okay. Well, I'll just go fetch. There then.
Be quick about it.
Okay. Yes. Rushes off and comes back through and unlocks, takes out this extremely nice and well folded, like dark leather coat, very thick, and.
Put it over my arm in case it is nowhere near the same size as me.
Okay.
Ah, yes! My coat!
I wear this every
He's a
day.
dwarf or something.
I like it tight fit.
You hang it over your arm, and you watch as he takes out this small lockbox and hands on over to you and hands you this jewel encrusted like longsword, and just you can see how it's got like this belt attached to it, and just say, you want me to?
No. Snatch it from
Okay. And then just tears up the paper.
I'll go, thanks, this place is supposed to be secure, and just start walking off.
Alright. As you make your way out, somehow.
Okay, as soon as he gets like with our party, he's going to give them to Storm because he trusts Storm. He's going to say,
Well, I'm not with you yet.
no, heading out of the place because you'll be waiting outside, won't you?
I was gonna be chatting. So
Oh, okay.
I could.
In that case, he's going to give it to most likely one of you two because they've already seen me, and he's going to say, fucking hide that. And then he's going to disappear. I'm going to sort of crink my neck and go, well, that went a lot better than I thought it was going to go. I thought he was going to come out with someone's head, so...
Well, let's just hope nothing bad comes of it.
Be fine. You don't know he's us. You are quite recognisable, though. Might have to get him a wig or a badger mask. That's a great idea. That's going to be on your mission now, because he's not concerned with how he's very recognisable. Badger mask. That's what I'm going to spend the rest of my time doing.
Okay. Alright, yourself,
Me.
Jade.
Groceries.
Groceries. Yeah. I was just going to go home, get some shopping done.
Okay.
Just wander, have a little walk.
Alright, so so as you sort of depart in opposite directions before
Yeah.
all of this has happened, and you're just getting some stuff together.
Yeah, just getting some stuff together.
Alright, just checking. Okay. Alright, well. The next move.
Well, while they were inside, when they come back outside, I'd like to have been chatting to one of the guards, and because I'm quite good at using local people to find things for me, so I'll have been basically being like, so yeah, if you can help me find out where there might be a pawpaw tree somewhere down and around about here, you know.
Okay.
I've got a hip flask and I'll be like sharing it with him. So we're out of sight of his supervisor. We're having a chat.
Okay. I'll say just roll. Just roll a persuasion check.
Ooh, that's good. I don't know what my plus is.
Assuming it's a plus.
I think persuade. Nope. So that's just 17.
17. Okay. All right. As you sort of start bonding with this individual, and you share a bit of a drink between yourselves. You get a little bit of information out of this individual. They tell you that all the best and most the freshest pawpaw are always sold on Ordnance Market. which is just southwest of here.
Ah, awesome. I'll check it out. Cheers. And like I was saying, they have webbed paws. They're not black and white. They're black and blue. It's mad. They eat all the fish you catch. I'm telling you, sea badgers are fucking mad. Loved it, kids. Anyway, I'll see you later.
This guy just goes.
We've been chatting a while.
Yeah.
I've got a grandson.
We should set up a play date.
This is no place.
All right. So where are you heading?
Once we get to Storm, I'm going to ask whoever took the stuff to pass him to him. He's got a really big sword, so he can hide it behind. I'm going to say, may have robbed someone, so you need to hide this. Look at this sword. Showing how jewel encrusted it is.
How big is it? Give
It's
or
a
take.
long,
It's a long sword.
so it's pretty big.
Right. Long enough for
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's not going to fit in my pocket. I can fit it near my sword. Try and put it down the side.
Give him the. Is the coat big at all? Or is it quite a small cloak?
Who do you
it's-
reckon it would fit?
I mean, it's pretty sizable. Yeah, it's you're looking. It would probably fit in someone about just under 6 foot, maybe 6 foot at a push.
Take it that would probably be one of you three.
Maybe. If anyone's looking. Anyone else knows the height?
Oh no, yeah, I think I'm much shorter than
I've
6
got a
foot.
coat.
I'm definitely shorter by an entire foot.
You wear it.
Try putting it on.
It's a bit tight, but it fits.
Suits you.
Like, it sort of like comes up to about here. It's about an inch too short.
Keep me warm. So we find out we need to find a slave.
What you need to find out is there anything in those pockets? That looks like a well-to-do fella's coat. I'm going to say you're not very good at looking for gold for somebody that really likes gold.
I found a shiny sword. I was happy with that. I'll start ruining the pockets.
You actually you find a small vat of coin. Yeah, you sort of like pull out this little coin purse. It has about 10 or so gold in it.
Anything else?
When you're doing that, I'll just catch your eye. Like,
Just give me a nod. Carry on searching. Nothing else?
Not from what you can see. No.
Sweet. Okay, turn around. I've got absolutely nothing in it. Thought so.
I mean, obviously, I told you to look in it, and I'm not blind. I saw the coin purse, but I'm not
There's no
one
coin
for.
purse. It was a
I'm not
rag.
one for taking money from someone who needs.
It was a hanky.
It was a hanky. Show me a hanky. I like hankies.
Reach and I'm going to just rip a bit of my shirt off. Hanky.
Insight.
I want to hear that turn.
Yeah, I want you to roll deception. And
16.
I just
Yeah,
want you
see,
to.
I have not seen him. I just crit failed that.
Oh, okay, all right.
A 16. It's a hanky.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, you don't notice it, and then he just pulls out this hanky. It's a bit ragged and torn, just shoves
My
it back.
bad, apologies. It looked like one of my favourite coin purses.
Oh, I see. Accidents do happen.
They do.
So, we need to find a slave.
we need to go Ordnance Market. That's
they have
where they
slaves
sell.
there?
Oh, they sell fresh pawpaw fruits.
Why are we so obsessed with these things?
Well, because he had them, and we're trying to find out who he was for money.
So, we've got slaves and we've got
The
that
main
market.
thing we're looking for is connections, not so much where he buys his fruit.
But it might be where he
He's
buys his
been there.
slaves.
He's been there recently.
How do you know? He may have picked them off a tree for himself.
Did you see him?
They do.
I mean, we did also.
You're not
get
here yet.
told-
Jade did tell
Right,
us. Jade
Did he
did
tell us
tell
in the
us that they do grow around these parts.
No.
Something gardens. something
they
garden
got-
outside.
They were on the outskirts.
Yes, there. You see, so they are around here somewhere.
I say we try this market for two reasons. One, there might be slaves. And two, Jade might be there and we can inform her what we said. If it's a market, they probably have groceries.
And 3, we got some shit to sell.
That is true. Better to get rid of it sooner rather than later.
I guess the market it is then.
Where else would you like to go? If you don't think the market's a good idea.
I'm sorry if I've misinformed you of that, but I've not said that I didn't want to go to the market. I was just wondering the obsession with the pawpaw.
It's a nice fruit.
Whenever I hear the word pawpaw, I just think of the jungle book.
Yeah.
Take a piece of a pawpaw. Prickly pear.
So yes, I'm more than happy to go to a market.
Alright, are you heading there now?
Absolutely. Need to sell this guy's stuff before he finds us.
Alright, none of you know your way around the city.
Nope.
Roll history check for me. This is a big city. Like we're talking like a 25-mile
That's good.
diameter here.
16.
16, okay. You are familiar with this one spot in particular. It is on the more western side of the city, and as you take your way and escort everyone down one of the main roads, Fisher's Thoroughfare, you make your way into Ordnance Markets, this small square which seems to be partitioned up into various types of sales, wares and produce, heavily reliant on the produce side of things. You immediately can see that there are a couple of stands that sell these pawpaw fruit. One of them in particular in quite an abundance.
Is there any shops that are buying and selling weapons or coats?
It doesn't look like here, no. You may have glanced through a few shops and other markets on the way in, but definitely not in this area.
Okay. Should we speak to the pawpaw man?
Yeah.
I'm going to lay out a cloak in front of myself, sit on the ground and play my whistle. Like I'm busking.
Oh, okay.
That's
All right.
awesome.
In that case, then, Grey Cloud is gonna all right. He's gonna force himself out basically and just be chilling with you and dancing.
Grey Cloud,
I feel like that's more
have a
money.
dance.
Or
Does
less
he
money.
actually-
Yeah, true.
Question: does Grey Cloud actually look like a kid, or is he like a little, I
I'm
don't know, glowy
I'm
thing?
picturing him kind of like Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Oh,
But
yes.
grey.
Yeah,
Blue.
Blue, sorry.
yeah, a bluey Casper. I like that. Okay.
Yeah, have
A lot
dance.
more features.
Yeah,
Yeah.
than Casper.
Yeah. A little bit more semblance
Yeah.
than just a bald.
But like
Ghost.
his wispy.
Just slightly
He's
face
wispy
and
and
eyes.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a tiny little spirit.
Alright, so I'll have you roll a performance check then.
Oh, what is with this dice?
I don't know.
Can she get an assist from Grey
Am
Cloud's
I
dancing?
proficient in that? Do I get advantage?
Trying to be a robot.
You don't get advantage now, but you are proficient in it, so it should be a big
Sounds
plus.
That was a shit roll. 10.
10,
this
okay.
time.
I mean, it's not terrible. It's not your best work. You're very caught up in the moment right now, and just watching for any sort of like information, potential passers-by. You're very distracted, especially with Grey Cloud like dancing around you at the same time. Not your usual day. whilst busking.
Yeah, 'cause like I say, I probably will be listening out for people, like to see if I can find any information about what people are pressing.
So you end up making about 2 silver.
Oh, thank you.
Hell.
Yeah, then a kick in the teeth.
Alright, but yeah, you notice this stand with the pawpaw, start to make your way towards it. This individual behind the store looks like a Sizen. Seems to have some affiliations with that of a deer. These very small little stumps on top of the head with the little ears and some denotations of like little spotted white with little dotted freckles. You approach and can I interest you in any of our produce?
We got plenty actually. We're just trying to find the owner of some we found. He's into locksmith and he probably had a big gun. We're wondering if maybe he bought some off you.
You... Wait, are you telling me that you want to find the individual to return these to him?
Yeah. Do I not look like someone that would hand the stuff back to someone?
I don't think anyone in this city would do that.
We're not from around here.
You can say that again. Okay, well, yes, I mean, I do recall, someone like that. There's not many people that,
When
carry...
you say that, I'm just going to turn and look at you like...
Obviously, I'm playing my whistle and I have absolutely no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So the look, I'll just like nod back.
I mean, I can't remember much about this person. I mean, they, like you said, they had a large weapon on their back. Oh, they also had a wooden carved potion bottle hanging from their back, if I recall.
Did they have anyone with them?
Yeah, no, not that I can remember, no.
Did they say what they were buying it for? Like, any information would be helpful.
I imagine they wanted to eat.
No, they bought a lot of it though. Like, were they saying they were going somewhere or?
Maybe they were stocking up. I mean, it keeps for a little bit.
Did he come from any of these taverns or shops when he came this way? Maybe they all remember him.
I can't remember that.
Would a gold change your mind?
I mean, seeming that you're new in town, I will save you the trouble of, if you offer people like that, anyone, they will take you up and straight up lie to you. I mean, I would have, but I mean, you seem to be wanting to do your best.
Max's mind's going to be going back to the guy in the shop that Jade spoke to, and he's going to go, son of a bitch. We got to go back there.
No, we don't. I'm going to think I'm gonna give this shopkeeper a gold anyway because he's been nice to us, and be like, that's for the advice. Cheers, fella. But he's definitely been here, so we're in the right sort of area.
Someone's got to know something.
Cheers.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a
I'll
look.
can see that they
No, no.
they finished the conversation, so I'll pack away my whistle and what have you, put my silver in my pocket and make my way over.
I'm gonna see if Jade's anywhere doing some shopping, getting some bits.
I mean, this place is one of the most renowned places to
Oh, it
get.
won't be in Broken Wood.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
would be a heck of a coincidence, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Well, how about that?
I'm going to speak to
This isn't the broker quad though.
Okay.
This isn't the broker quad. It's the outskirts.
I'm going to go and speak to the same guy and just say, it seems you've been very helpful to my friends. May seem like another strange question, but I do believe that there is a bit of a slave trade around this area. Where would I, meet the likes of these slaves?
I mean, they're sold. You're looking probably the North Promenade.
North Promenade. Thank you. Write that in your little book. Thank you.
And smoke it.
Note of that.
Promenade. As you're walking around though, you've stopped playing. Grey Cloud is just following you and staring at your whistle because he wants you to play it.
That's fine. What about if I try the horn? I'm going to play the horn for Grey Cloud, see if he likes that.
He's coming back to me.
He does not like the horn. So that's fine. I'll put my whistle back and pretend that I'm going to play the horn just so it goes back to you.
It's like I don't want to.
And he's
It's like I finish it. I put my horn back on its holster.
Not babysitting duty.
It's like I don't mind when I'm playing, but stop being weird following me around.
All right. So, as with a few leads, what are you doing?
Probably, with what you said, probably trying to search there.
Shall we try and sell this sword first?
Yeah, we'll try and find somewhere. I'd rather get rid of it sooner rather than later.
I was going to say, it doesn't look like anywhere appropriate around here to do
Well, not
that.
yet,
but maybe on the way to the
the
promenade.
What kind of time of the day are we looking at?
It would be getting on for sure, especially seeming that you slept in quite a bit, and you've been traipsing all over the city into all the different sections. A lot of time has just been spent on travelling right now. So I'd say if you wanted to sell something, you'd probably have to do it on the way back to somewhere that you could rest. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be able to make it to the North Promenade and sell something, because that's on the opposite side of the city.
Do we want to head back to that place we stayed at last time? Or?
I would imagine that's a good idea, actually, because Jade won't know where to meet us otherwise.
Yeah, I can do with some food and some booze.
Hello, Oracus as Oracus.
She is the badger.
Yes, we could sell that stuff along the way.
Sounds good to me. So, shake the jacket off. Like, Storm, help.
I'll help you, but then I'll be like,
Stuck.
what's happened to your shirt?
I'm like, got into an altercation. You know what Marrow's like, raging.
And I think I will come to the realisation that actually that
Roll. What's your passive
actually
perception?
looks rather familiar.
What's your passive perception?
13, I believe. Hang on.
I'd say you might notice it eventually.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, you might notice it eventually, but it doesn't sort of like strike you straight away.
Yeah, no, I'm going to, I'll push it off.
On the way back.
Clever boy.
All right. So, what sort of What sort? Are you just trying to flog everything then?
Only the sword.
And the coat, yeah.
The sword and the coat.
How
Okay.
like recognizable is the coat? Like, is it just unique or is it like?
It's quite fine.
Right. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
Did we see what was passed over to him? Like Merrow?
No.
Did we see like Merrow passing over the stuff to
It
you?
would mean he would brought all the stuff out.
Oh yeah, you would have seen it. There was a
Yeah.
lockbox. There was
That's
a
it,
coat.
because we haven't.
And then there was that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so not looked
But I
at the
didn't get a
lost
key,
box.
so I was going to take that into the tavern and then try and.
Yeah, I'll sort that
Jimmy.
out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Might be able to help him with that.
Sweet. See, that's what happens when you follow the plan.
There was no plan.
Yes, there was fake Orient, but you decided against it.
Actually, you said Lorien, so we would have got it wrong anyway.
That is true.
Correct.
Still, you could have been up for it.
Don't pick on the doctor. It's not a good thing to do.
If there's one thing you'd have to choose, it would be if you want something done, then do it yourself. You did that nicely.
Marrow's going to be especially liking you at the moment. You're just giving him praise. He don't get nothing. Just because he's a knob.
I see that as him thinking, he will die last.
Yeah, if this goes south, I will save you. Yeah, so definitely trying to flog the sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
At
And, as you go around a few places, but as
Try and raise the price a bit as well, maybe.
make a who's selling it?
Definitely not me, because I have no idea about how much this is worth.
On me, isn't it?
Yes, you've got it.
Right. Okay. So I want you to. Assuming that we're probably going to be haggling a little bit.
Would I know like a value of it, like legit, like because it's gem encrusted and stuff? Obviously,
You'd
with my background, would I have an idea of how much of these gems were?
just roll me an intelligence check, and I want you to roll a persuasion check for selling it, or them.
Oh, God.
18.
Okay.
6. Does someone else want to sell this? Yeah.
All right.
What
So
I'm doing.
you
Stabs yourself.
you have this idea behind how much they could be worth. You're not entirely sure. You guessing that the gems encrusted on it probably between 25 to 50, maybe 100 gold at a push. Regardless of the actual weapon itself. And over the course of selling the item, and you go to like the first place and they sort of like offer a little bit of a pittance in exchange for it, especially because you're trying to like just like take this like quick.
Yeah.
And then you're like, nah, we'll go to the next place. And the best offer that you get for it so far, for both items intertwined, is 72 gold pieces.
Mind I step in here? And I mean, it's very generous offer for the both pieces. However, I am well aware that great sword is worth much more than that by itself. Is there any other agreement that we can come to?
Make a persuasion check.
With that posh accent, it should be an advantage.
You wish.
I need
I know, I'm trying to help.
12.
12. Okay.
It's better than me.
Yeah. It looks a little put off by it. Well, you can never be too sure of the integrity of these items, so I offer what appears to be a fair price. I don't know how you procured this, or what condition all of these gems are in without further inspection, so I've sort of hedged my bets and gone straight down the middle. At this moment, I'd say take it or leave it.
Well, we'll take it. Gold's cold.
Hold on.
Okay, deal
She knows
done.
what she's on about.
I don't want this anymore. I'd
So
rather-
I am going to cast Gift of the Gab,
Aye.
and I'm going to say to him, so, of course, yes, 100 gold pieces is a very generous offer, thank you. We'll take it.
Alright, so is there something that I need to know about Gift of the Gab?
It just automatically works.
It just works. That's all you need to know, bro. God. You're only the DM, bro.
Yep.
Other than Jedi mind powers right now?
It,
Does it cost anything?
Well, let me
Nope.
have a read.
Nice.
It's quite long.
it costs 2 gold pieces, but I have that.
That's alright.
Oh, not simply worth 2 gold pieces, just 2 gold pieces.
Just gonna have a little read. D&D. Reading facts. Fictional facts.
That's why we
And
use-
rolling dice.
Okay.
That's why we usually use
Alright,
the
within the
Wikipedia.
last
Yeah.
6
Wikipedia, where
seconds.
are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so within the
Actually,
last...
haven't read that.
It's in them, I think.
Excusez-moi. Within the last 6 seconds, you reshape the memories of what this individual has proclaimed and offered, fitting your own words into their mind. Bends forward and shakes the hand. Yeah, well, that'll be business then. 100 gold pieces.
Lovely. I'll give it to you. So thanks very much. Cheers for your business. His name is Oliver, by the way. I'm just going to leave.
There we go.
Alright.
Why are you throwing that? Poor Oliver.
Yeah, there's only one Oliver in
Yeah,
this
the whole
city.
city. It's the only Oliver out there.
By the way, I'm a locksmith.
I'm 38. It's one of my favourite colours coming up.
Everything about him.
I'm 38.
Here it goes, I went into crashing debt, but I found my way.
We know him.
Alright, so you give the name
And
as
the
you
details.
exit.
Favourite colour.
And I assume you're starting to head back now. Okay. Right, as you make your way back, I'm assuming that you'll have probably be
Headed
frequenting
back,
the
yes.
establishment as well.
Yes.
Alright.
Cool.
So what we'll do there is we'll tidy up the session. As you re-land straight in, well, the Fish Square, straight at the inn, the pesky sectarian. You give a wave to Jules on the way past. After a day of exploration and just very much gathering your way around how the city works, you're starting to get a better idea, and you've taken some deep risks that have shown up pretty well so far. So we'll see how those unveil over time. All right. Well, that'll be us for this session.
Nice.
Very good session.
Was dumb.
That had so many stupid points in it, with like really ridiculous rolls from
And
people that should not have been able to do that.
Oh no, Maro should not be in any way any of the things that he was.
Yeah.
I love that you've sold a sword that you've stolen with no disguise or anything. Like
Just the name.
you've got just a name, but your identity.
Oh, yeah. And I'm
And
these
then
twos
it's
as
so
well.
much- like,
Yeah,
you're
it's the name.
traveling together, you're going around the city together. No,
That's
Basically, what
that's
this
what
entire
I
city's
said.
about, right?
Yeah, most people
being
use
very
fences.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Not to
You
mention-
just went straight to a store and went, I want to have this.
Not to mention the giant robot. Who's also
Would stand
Yeah.
out very much to
Yeah.
Orient. It'd be like,
Yeah.
definitely those
It's-
guys.
You're
There's
going to
no
stand out
way.
very much
Well,
so
the
to
thing you're all
everyone in the
forgetting, the
entire
thing
city.
you're all forgetting is the fact that it wasn't actually you. Nobody saw it. The guy that actually took the
just
stuff.
looked
Blue
identical to me, but blue.
The guy that took the stuff was not you.
If there's one thing I know about D&D, it's that there are no consequences.
Exactly.
So-
Yeah. So are we starting the next session in the the morning the next day?
Yeah.
Then I probably wouldn't have been at the tavern because I don't stay at the tavern.
Okay.
But yeah.
But yeah. Okay. So we we hope to recommence the investigation behind the pawpaw fruit.
It's a thing.
We will find the tree.
Look, it's the pawpaw.
I mean,
Every time.
you've found some information. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
It's an
Whether or not
interesting
it's true.
angle to take, but you found some information.
We can
It-
at least take it to them.
Yeah.
You've made some choices. Yeah,
Mhm.
Choices were
yeah.
made.
That choice. You've made choices.
Yes, choices.
Got
We
some
just
money.
have to get in the good books with the top guys.
Hopefully, it's not
a,
over
it's,
yet.
a, it's a good aim. All right. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this session, and we hope to see you next week. We hope to
Have better internet.
have better internet.
Yeah, that's a start.
But yeah, for now, we will depart, and same again. 7 o'clock start on Wednesday.
Woo.
So hopefully see you then.
Bye.